What's going on, everybody's web style? Brian Sapp here with another NRW checkpoint. Brian, how you doing today?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm good. I'm good. Now, I didn't have any news items
Okay.
until about 5 minutes before this broadcast, or at least.
Okay.
And I saw something that I think could be a game changer.
Okay. What you got?
You
Or
will
what you
now
saw?
be able to stream Game Pass and cloud gaming from the Xbox on Amazon Fire Sticks.
Oh, okay. So they didn't, because remember they was discussing, or there was rumor that Xbox was working on a streaming stick.
Right, right. And a lot of that came out this week as far as the patent. They said they canceled it because they couldn't get it for under $100, which
Uh
made sense.
I
Uh,
mean,
Nobody's
okay.
paying $100 for a streaming console. That doesn't make any sense.
Right. Well then I mean, but then that begs the question, like, what was the price gonna be? Like y'all couldn't.
Well, they couldn't get it to that point. So I don't know and it looked like a kind of a shrunk down square 1S,
Mhm.
but that was what they said. They couldn't get it to a price point that was under $100. So, Microsoft doesn't exactly make cheap stuff. I mean, you even look
No.
at the surface line of things. So they want to make sure they put enough quality in there and get it at a price point. They just, with what they do, they couldn't get it, which
Mhm.
is, understandable. But, when you're partnering with what, do you have the app on Samsung, select Samsung TVs, and now Amazon Fire Sticks,
Mhm.
that is, why do you need a streaming box?
Yeah, it makes sense now.
Yeah. It makes total sense. So I think that could be just an amazing gateway.
Which that is
Yeah, but
so crazy. That's
yeah.
so crazy that you bringing this up, right? Because I was literally like a few minutes ago trying to record an episode for my podcast.
Mhm.
Um, and I was talking about the Xbox showcase. And like some of these games, it made me want to get an Xbox or whatever the case might be. Like I'm looking at the showcase and I'm like, oh, I want to play this game, but it's only on the box.
Right.
So something like this will really appeal to me
Yeah.
because I mean, I got a Fire Stick somewhere, and not one of them jailbroken ones that everybody be, ain't gonna put y'all business out there because I know y'all need y'all things. But I'm saying, like, I got a Fire Stick, I can definitely throw me a little Game Pass on there and stream some of them games. Is it gonna, well, did they say if they were gonna have a controller for like a
That I
specialized?
don't know. I don't know how that works, and I haven't read enough into like I don't know like what series of Fire Sticks on. Um,
Okay.
like I don't know. I don't know any of that. I watched a video where they were talking about that announcement literally right before we started recording.
Mhm.
And so I haven't done my due diligence, but just the fact that that's going to be a possibility now.
Yeah, that's really dope.
I think the Fire Sticks, there are some, and I think it probably would depend on the series.
Mhm.
Has Bluetooth built in, if I'm correct. Maybe not, I don't know. But I'm pretty sure there's a cutoff point for what Fire Sticks will work and whatnot, and they probably have to have some sort of capabilities. So, but still, just the fact that that is going to be a possibility is crazy. Now, if they do that with Amazon, they do that with Roku, um, that's
Wow.
I think that could really be a game changer.
Man,
Or
definitely good.
because this is the way I feel about it for me, right?
Hmm.
As someone who hasn't, and again, I say it again, I have an Xbox One.
Hmm.
I play Game Pass all the time. There are current gen systems that I then play and test out via cloud. I don't necessarily want to buy another system to go downstairs in a den.
Okay.
So when they first talked about that potential cloud gaming system,
Hmm.
I love that idea because that, like, okay, good. That's something relatively inexpensive. I could put in the den. I don't have to lug my Xbox One from the spare bedroom where I play games at to the den downstairs with the bigger TV. And it
Yeah.
means I got the VHS Xbox One. So, I really don't want to lug that up and down 3 flights of stairs. So
Hell
something
no.
like that appeals to me. And
Yeah.
I think if you already have an Xbox and you already have Game Pass, this
Right.
reduces the need for you to get multiple consoles.
Okay, exactly.
And I think that's a great idea. And then somebody like yourself who has a PlayStation, who
Hmm.
has a console, excuse me, their main big boy expensive console, I'll put it that way.
Right.
And or a Switch that doesn't have an Xbox, that really you want an Xbox, but let's be frank, even if the $299, do I really want to pay $299 for a Series S to play a handful of games? And mind you, you're probably only paying a handful of games on PlayStation every year when you think about it. But my point
Exactly.
is, you're invested in the PlayStation ecosystem. You got all your games and your library and whatnot there.
Right.
Do I really want to pay $299 for a whole new ecosystem?
I don't.
Right.
It's
Now,
tough.
well, I think the cheapest controller is like $50, depending on when you get them on sale or not. Wireless
Okay.
controller, $40. Your streaming stick that you already own if it's Amazon. And there you go. I mean, no, it has to have Bluetooth because Amazon has their own cloud gaming platform with Luna. So
That's
they
true.
has to have sticks in order to have a controller that works with it. So yeah,
Yeah.
they should already, I'm assuming if it works with Luna, if you can conduct a controller via Luna for Luna, then it'll work with Xbox.
I mean, that
So
makes sense.
brilliant because Amazon already has their own cloud game infrastructure.
True. Hmm.
That makes you wonder though, would they offer deals like an Amazon tier of Game Pass where you get Game Pass, but then you also get Luna as well? Because I know you get like a certain tier where Amazon Prime, but then you pay more for more games.
Hmm.
This is an interesting play for Microsoft and Amazon for that matter.
Yes, and they also include the fact that Amazon has Twitch right there. They
Yep.
might which I mean, for the most part, Twitch is I don't know. It's like it's interesting because you kind of watch at your own at your own risk kind of situation. Like if you're not paying your streamer, then you watching ads in their stream or whatever. But you can like support certain streamers or whatever. So I don't know. They could possibly roll this up into some kind of like gaming bundle situation where it's like, oh, we'll give you X amount of credits on Twitch as well or biddies or whatever, so that you can throw some more. But I don't know. This is interesting. I like Amazon stepping into the gaming space. As crazy as they expand their incredibly large American empire.
Right.
Um,
Right.
yeah, I don't know. It's like the things that they step in. I'm like, okay, this content's good over there. I like what they got with Prime Video. Amazon Prime is obviously like it's worked its way into our ecosystem. It's more important than the fucking U.S. mail now. So
Yeah.
it's like I don't know. I like this pivot or this extra addition to Amazon's capabilities, especially because Amazon Fire Sticks are extremely accessible. Even the cheapest person can get them one. You know what I'm saying? How much is Game Pass? $10 a month?
You probably need Game Pass Ultimate if it's cloud streaming. So it's
Okay.
$99 a month.
That ain't $16 a month.
I mean, Netflix is $15.99.
Wait, you said
Well,
16.99 a month?
16. Yeah,
Oh,
16.
okay. I thought you said 60. I said
Oh no, no, no.
$40. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So 16.99, not 69. I was like, damn. Okay. Yeah. See, I can do it. I'm fine with that. I already got the Fire Stick. You tell me Amazon Prime 16. I mean, Game Pass 16.99. All I gotta do is get me a wireless controller from the local not even go to Amazon and give me a controller, a
And just
wireless
think about it
controller
this way.
sent to the house in a day.
Right. Just think about it this way too. Is not you can get in, play a game, play that game for the month or whether, and then you're done and go back to it whenever you feel like it. And I
Right.
think that is this is where I think the subscription services for games is different than just give me movies.
Right.
And in the context of a lot of us, those things have essentially replaced cable. So
Mm,
they are cable TV. So yes, there are a lot of people that pop in and pop out, but let's be real. The most of us, we just pay it every month, even if we don't watch it like that because it's
true.
essentially like cable.
Right.
I think gaming is a bit different because if you are of a specific title, uh, you're one of those people who will get in. If say you buy a game, you buy that game, you play that one game until you're done, and then you go to
Right.
something else. Now, mind you, that's not a lot of us, but there are people like that out there.
Right. Right.
You get Game Pass to play that one game, you play that game until you're done, and then you don't renew your subscription, and then you come back again. Oh, there's another game I want to play. So you've essentially paid $16.99 to play that game,
Mhm.
provided you play it for the whole month.
Right.
You know,
And then you deal with the cloud streaming, which in your experience, how is that?
it's hit or miss at times.
Okay.
A lot of it depends on the game and depends on
Hmm.
the time of day. I mean, as with anything, the internet, if you're in peak times where a lot of people typically get on, like I would say I would assume if I try to boot up Starfield on a Friday night at 8 o'clock, I'm going to have issues in general, just because of
Gotcha.
bandwidth of people trying to get on to play. The queue could be pretty long. If
Mm.
I got on like in the middle of the day, just like that,
Okay.
it's all about how many people are trying to get on. And
That makes
even
sense.
some of those more graphical intensive games, let me back up. On my PC, on my Xbox, I don't have as much issues.
Hmm.
On my phone, it all depends on my signal.
Okay.
But again, that Senua's Saga gameplay that I captured for the Game Bytes, that was
Hmm.
all on my phone,
Okay.
on my
That turned
five.
out good.
So that was flawless. So you definitely can get a good gameplay with the right connection. It all comes down to connection, really. And you playing the more popular games, you can imagine that there're gonna be a lot more people try to get in compared to if you're trying to play, say, Forza Horizon 5, which is again not saying it's not popular, but the game's a couple years old now.
Right.
So it's not the new hotness, so to speak.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I don't know. That's a good move. Good move.
Yeah, I agree. Let's talk about some games, and this is a game that was weird because Ubisoft themselves didn't announce it at their game showcase. It came out on I think the limited run game showcase that came out a couple days later, which is
Okay.
really weird. And this makes me feel old and also bad because I have the original game and I got it via Game Pass, not Game Pass, Games with Gold years
Mhm.
ago, and I've never played it. But it is Beyond Good and Evil, the 20th anniversary edition. The fact that it was 20 years ago,
Damn.
right? I was in grad school.
He was 20 years younger.
Yep. That's crazy to think this game is 20 years old, but it's dropping for everything: PS4, Xbox One, SX, Switch, and PC. As Jade, a penniless young photographer, lighthouse keeper, orphan caregiver, and martial artist. That is a lot of titles and skills to have for a
Right.
woman. Players set out alongside her adoptive uncle Paige, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, to explore Hillies, a watery planet under constant threat from the Dom Z aliens. Initially looking to use Jay's photography skills to document local wildlife and earn enough to keep the lights on, the two quickly find themselves recruited by a clandestine news organization working to expose the truth behind the Dom Z attacks. Wait a minute. What truth that they're already attacking? But okay, I beg to differ.
Right.
They're already attacking, so I don't know. Maybe it's a
Right.
cover. Who knows? Maybe I should actually play the game and find out. Bringing back the groundbreaking classic adventure game with a host of new features. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition includes updated visuals running at up to 4K resolution and 60 frames per second, updated controls and quality of life features,
Matters.
new in-game treasure hunt and speedrun mode, and a special anniversary galaxy. I won't say galaxy. I would assume that's probably on Ubisoft Plus too. Again, talking about subscription services.
Yeah, which I don't know how well Ubisoft Plus is doing, but I feel like that's great that they have that.
It's great that they have it. I feel like it's overpriced, or maybe
Okay.
because I feel like it's $14.99 or $15.99,
Mm.
and there are no Ubisoft games that make me say I want to pay $15.99 for your game service for just your games.
Right.
That's
You
just
know,
that's me.
now that I think about it, I might have Ubisoft Plus. I think once you get to a certain tier on the PlayStation Plus, they give it to you also.
Oh, they do? Okay. I knew it was an option to buy it, much like Xbox, but I didn't think they
Yeah.
gave it. That's
I have to do some research. I don't want to misspeak, but only reason I say that is because I was looking at some of the games and that they just added to the catalog rotation or whatever, and like every Assassin's Creed game is in there, and they just never leave. So I'm like, oh, okay, maybe this is a part of the Ubisoft Plus thing, but not even 100% sure. Either way, I definitely downloaded Black Flag. So another game in the backlog
gotcha.
has been added. What's next?
Well, side note, we are watching a trailer for Beyond Good and Evil 20th anniversary, so we are seeing.
Okay, cool. I think I remember when Beyond Good and Evil came out. I know I was like I was
Let's say, how old were you, Brian?
13
Yeah,
or
I think you were a teenager.
yeah, I was like fresh into my teeny years. Oh, anyway,
Yeah, perfect.
what's next?
All right, next up is Graven on the PS4, 5, Xbox One SS, and PC. A faithful priest of the orthogonal order, exiled unto
Where is
death
that?
I don't know, for a crime in defense of another. You live again in a small boat. I cannot read tonight. A
That's all
small
right.
boat adrift in a swamp. A stranger fares you to solid ground and bestows upon you a cryptic warning, along with a mysterious staff and book. Go forth, pious priest. Alleviate suffering, uncover deceptions, and smash the elder rich perversions encroaching upon reality itself. A marriage between modern development tools and techniques with a stark late 90s aesthetic brings the first-person action adventure Craven to life, featuring character designs by Chuck Jones of Duke Nukem 3D and Half-Life fame, and the voice talent of Stephen White from Blood, Fire Emblem, and Dusk, in a dark yet distinct medieval fantasy experience. And we are watching the trailer for that.
Okay. Sounds menacing enough.
Yes, it does. All right, next up we have Riven, which is a remake of the classic game. This is dropping on Quest 2, Quest 3, PC, and Mac. And again, we're talking about VR stuff, and there's no PlayStation VR 2 mentioned, but that's a whole nother conversation.
No, because what's going on? I want to know. I need answers now because these VR games, they coming out. It might not be, 5 or 6 every week, but they got some games rolling out, and PlayStation VR is just like, oh, we got our own stuff coming out, but you don't. Wait, what's
Exactly.
going on?
That's the thing with the PlayStation VR. They've I believe they've cut production, not like cut out production, but they slowed down production. I don't understand why. Again, we keep talking about. I think every week or so there's at least 1 to 2 VR games in the past couple of weeks, and none of them are on PlayStation VR 2. Not a one. That says a lot, in my
It
opinion.
does. And I want to understand what the problem is because investing all of this time, money, and energy into building out PlayStation VR to the point that we have a 2 now, and you guys are not even making yourselves a part of, or keeping up with the culture of VR, the games and stuff. Y'all not even making yourself a part of the conversation. Like, do y'all want to sell this shit or not?
Well, not even that. And okay, you put out a PC adapter, but you stripped out all of the special features of the VR2. Like you strip out the rumble and all this and all that.
Right.
Why would I buy this? Or why would I use this on my PC then? And then you're making me buy extra components. I can't just pop it in with a USB-C cable and call it a day. I have to get an adapter deck that's like $60 and another cable if I don't have it. Like, I don't understand if there is ever a case study for how not to support not to support a a, a a console accessory or whatever they want to call this.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. Like, seriously. Oh, I'm not even a VR person, but see how they have just bungled this from the start.
They don't want to win.
They didn't read the room on, and again, from everything we've heard, the price for it is a good price for what they're offering. I don't dispute that. But you're already selling your system at a premium. We have 4 years in, nobody's had a price drop. You increase your prices, and then you bring out an accessory that is more than your system.
It don't make sense.
Right. It didn't make any sense whatsoever. And then you didn't sell well because it's too daggone much. And again, it may be worth the money, but you're still looking at what? It was a bundle with the Horizon. So it was like $650 or whatever it was when it came out, if I remember correctly. And your regular system was running $599 if you didn't get the digital. It just didn't make any sense. And then you don't support it with first-party games.
That's my thing. That's why I stopped right there. Like, it don't got no games on it. I mean, it's games on it, but you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's not compatible with the games from the PlayStation VR 1. That's what killed them. That's what killed them. Like, not backwards. You had success with the VR 1. Make all those games backwards compatible. Make it so they work. But they didn't do that. I was like, y'all don't. Oh.
Y'all don't want to sell it. Just
no,
kind of. Y'all
right.
don't want to sell it. Stop making it. Give us a true PSP successor, and leave us alone to our devices, Sony, because y'all don't want to sell nothing.
They really don't. I still don't understand how people bought that portal like that. I really don't. I guarantee you, there are a lot of people who bought that portal initially, played it for like was all into it, and then it is sitting in a drawer somewhere. I will guarantee. I will bet money on that.
I'm with you. I think they wanted, that they just wanted to just jump into the handheld game real quick, and that's fair, right?
Yeah.
I think, but we told them what kind of handheld we wanted, and they didn't give it to us. So I don't know if the PSP or the PlayStation Portal, which PSP, if it's not going to do what it's supposed to do, if I can't download the games to it and play it off of the goddamn, if you don't make it a portable console for real instead of just a cloud streaming device, keep it.
Yeah, I agree. And I think with that, much like what we were talking about earlier with the Fire Stick and cloud streaming, since it's a remote play, you are at the behest of whatever Wi-Fi connection you have.
Right.
So it's one of those things where, like, I say it's like I will play off my phone, cloud play, not remote play all the time, but cloud play.
Mm-hmm.
That is not an experience where I am going to play for hours on end. At most, it is something I do when I have 15, 20 minutes, something I can get in and get out of. It is not a long-term sort of deal because the internet. The internet really, especially if you're out traveling about, even your 5G connection. Does anybody really want to be playing on their phone, on their 5G connection, using all that data for a half hour? No. Even with unlimited data, there's people like, yo, you only been 2 weeks and you use 50 gigs already. Yo, we're gonna slow you down a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still unlimited data. You just ain't getting it as fast.
Right.
I have other things to do other than more important to use my data for than play games, and most of us do. So even with something like the Portal, the Wi-Fi only component of it really is something that I cannot see outside of the home. You're in your house, that's a little bit different. But outside of the home, and again, it is designed for you to play in your house, so you're already limited to what you can do with it.
Mm-hmm.
How long you really going to play it? That's not something you take on a trip with you. You can't play it on a plane. You can't, you're going to a trip or your Nana's house or somebody like that. Are you really playing remote play on your PlayStation across the country? And what's that signal degradation going to be like? That it's just
Right.
it's a great novelty, but let's be real. How many long-term people use it? If anybody watching this has a portal and they use it religiously, please let us know, because I
Yeah.
really want to know from actual portal users and owners, because it seems like something, again, this is how gaming is. You get a nice shiny toy, nice piece of tech, you play it all the time, and then you just don't use it like you used to.
Agreed.
That's human nature.
Right. And which is crazy, because I would, if Portal was gonna be a thing, now I would consider that, right? Because essentially you would just need a solid Wi-Fi connection. Okay, you're probably not gonna find that at any hotel, because for whatever reason, hotels, they'll sell you Wi-Fi or give you free Wi-Fi, and it's crappy. Um, maybe an Airbnb, you can get on a nice, Wi-Fi connection, or you go into a family's house or something like that.
Right.
So, those things, those avenues to connect, cool. But like you said, now you are presumably hundreds of miles away from your console at the home, at your house, and you're relying on a Wi-Fi to Wi-Fi connection supporting this share play. It's not even like you know what I'm saying? Like, you literally like sharing the console. You taking everything the game can do or the console can do, pushing it over Wi-Fi broadband to your little device.
Right.
I don't know.
Exactly. And that's why I say I use cloud play instead of remote play, because it's a lot easier, and I see a lot more degradation doing remote play of playing games. I've done that before. And I've done it for an extensive time, like over the holidays and whatnot, but not on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I did it on my tablet, my little 10-inch Windows computer. And I sat there, plugged in my controller, had good Wi-Fi, and I had a decent time for the most part. But I saw a lot more degradation in signal from remote play, because I tell Google to turn my Xbox on my phone, and it turns it on. But I'm going from my Wi-Fi to their Wi-Fi, rather than just doing straight cloud play from Microsoft. And that is a drastic difference. But let's get into Riven, because that's a whole nother subject we can talk about.
Right.
But yeah, Riven Remake, uncover a story of intrigue, betrayal, and a civilization teetering on the brink of collapse as you solve intricate puzzles to unlock the secrets of Riven, built from the ground up and expanded from the award-winning original game released in 1997. That was a long time.
Right. It feels like yesterday, but it was
that was 19.
Couple yesterdays.
That was 19.
Right.
Next up, let's go and catch some bananas or whatnot. Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble on the Switch. Join CIE and friends in Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble, where you and up to 16 players can compete across multiple game modes as you aim to become top banana. Of course, you're trying to become top banana.
Because why not?
Right. You can also work together with your favorite bunch in 4-player cooperative mode, or slip into a wonderfully crafted story in the all-new adventure mode experience.
Okay.
Super Monkey Ball is one of those Sega franchises that just is so unsung, and it just keeps going and
going. Yeah. Yes. And I love it, because every now and then, like, I need a little burst of nostalgia that's still new. Like, this is a new game.
Right.
But it's so nostalgic, because Super Monkey Ball, there's really nothing you can do to the game. Like, it's pretty set in its play style and the way that it is. I love it.
Exactly. Those things where it's one of those games that anybody can pick up and play and understand what to do.
Right. And I think that's the beauty of it, because it's like it's so easy to become hooked and addicted to like trying to beat this damn game, because it's like as soon as you learn the very simple controls, you like, I can do this
Right.
until it start getting hard. And you like, wait a
Right.
minute.
Right.
Now it's a challenge. But yeah, that's this dope. Are we watching trailers for Monkey
No,
Ball?
we're not. We're not
Okay,
watching.
cool.
Look, we know what to expect with Super Monkey
Yeah, we know
Ball.
what it is. Okay.
All right, next up we have Until Then on the PS5 and PC. A fateful meeting sets off a chain reaction upending Mark's life. People disappear and memories prove unreliable. Uncover a hidden truth of Mark and his friends in this narrative adventure and race to unravel the mystery before it's too late. So
Okay.
that's on the PS5 and PC.
Until
Next up is
then, we play Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's Mansion 2 HD. Progress through diverse missions to retrieve the missing shards of the Dark Moon, shattered across several distinct haunted mansions, each with their own puzzles to solve and ghosts to capture. Go for a high rating by using your supernatural ghost hunting tool, the Poltergust 5000, to suck up ghosts and window curtains and blow air to search every nook and cranny of the chilling yet charming mansions. This spooky, fun adventure, originally released on the Nintendo DS system, is now visually enhanced in HD on the Nintendo Switch system.
Okay. Look at this. See? You see this? See how you work an IP, Sony?
Yep,
Okay.
exactly. Sony. Next up, we have NeoSprint on the PS4, 5, Xbox One, SX, Switch, and PC. The exhilarating Atari Racing Classic Sprint series returns with NeoSprint. NeoSprint zooms back to life as a single-screen arcade racer for up to 8 players, paired with a robust track builder and intuitive sharing tools, ensuring a racing experience that satisfies speed demons and architects alike. Campaign mode, Grand Prix, obstacle course, and time trials provide tons of pulse-pounding race content, and multiplayer modes make fun more chaotic. Can you conquer the speedways and claim the fastest times? So we are watching a trailer for that one as well.
Okay. Yeah, I'm interested.
All right. Next up is Tchia, and this is dropping on the Switch. This is originally on the PlayStation. It dropped
Okay, I'm about to say that
last
sounds
year.
familiar.
Yes, we did talk about this one, and I believe this is also going to be dropping on Xbox in the near future as well, but I don't think there's a date yet. A tropical open world adventure, climb, glide, swim, and sail your boat around a beautiful archipelago in this physics-driven sandbox. Take control of any animal or object you can find and jam on your fully playable ukulele. Yeah, we talked about this with and had representation because the protagonist was a young girl of color, and then it reminded us a lot of Breath of the Wild and some of the gameplay.
Okay, yes, that's true. I remember that.
So, and last for this week is Spy and Anya, Operation Memories on the PS4, 5.
I'm gonna get this. I might get this game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I like the this game is based on the Spy Family anime.
Oh,
And I
okay.
really, really like that anime. I think you'll like it too. It's very quirky. It's more so a comedy like action thriller than
Okay.
it is like it's not a shonen like, oh, main character got superpowers and they whipping ass. It's literally like the dad is a secret spy.
Okay.
Anya, who is like, I don't know, she a little girl. She got this kind of I don't know, something magical with her where she can like listen to people's thoughts or animal thoughts or something. She got something going on with her, but the dad doesn't know. And then there's a mom who is also a secret assassin, but neither like the viewer knows all of these people have these special things going on, but the characters themselves, they trying so hard to hide it from each other and just pretend to be this perfect family. It's comical more than
Okay.
anything. But continue. I'm sorry.
No, no, all good. It gives great context for us. So Anya Forger has to create a photo diary, collects memories at school and other exciting places or locations, Play with over 15 mini games inspired by a popular manga series. Can you help Anya fill up her photo diary?
Okay.
So that's that one is a photo diary game. Yeah, I peeped the trailer to see if something to watch. I'm like, no, I'm gonna pass on this.
Yeah.
So, all right, so first trailer we have is Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. I definitely see that updated graphic.
Right.
Jade, 20 years ago, your parents put you under
like it might have been on Nintendo 3DS.
We came to Hillis. Back then, it was a peaceful planet. I had hoped to raise you there safely.
The war has arrived at the gates of Hillis.
They're coming.
This peaceful mining planet in System 4 is now completely encircled by the Dawn Armada. General Tech, Supreme Commander of the
Can't go there, Jade.
If you want, I'll go alone.
Okay, we'll go together. But I'm sticking to you like bees on honey, whether you like it or not. Wow! A Rauco D-53. Free yourself, Jade. I'll create a diversion.
Quickly, Miss Jane. There still may be time.
Here we come, outer space.
No matter what happens, good luck, Jade.
I'll come back for you. Paige, you've been hiding this from me for the past 20 years.
Is that okay? That was cool.
That was a great trailer.
It was. I was thoroughly tuned in.
Yeah, it makes me want to play this game now.
Yeah, okay.
And the funny thing is, that is the first time in 20 years I've seen anything that makes me want to play this game. Like, I've seen it and I'm like, oh, it looks like a cool game. You've heard great things about it. But I've never actually seen a trailer that says, hey, you should play this.
Right. Right. It's that story, man.
Yeah, it looked great. I mean, it wasn't like a full remake, but it was a great HD update. Everything was very smoothed out, and especially compared to what the 360 PlayStation 2 days, it looked amazing. It really looked amazing.
And I checked, Ubisoft Plus Classics is a part of PlayStation Plus. So if you get the extra tier or the premium tier, this is included. And from what I could tell, Ubisoft Plus Classics is a special derivative of Ubisoft Plus, where they pretty much allow you access to games that they consider classic. So after they've been out for a certain amount of time, a couple years, then they'll go on there. Or if they sell a certain amount, then they become classic. You remember how PlayStation used to do So that's cool. That's probably why all the Assassin's Creed games are there. But this one looked dope. Beyond Good and Evil 20th Anniversary Edition. I'm not mad at it.
No, not at all. I think Ubisoft should be putting more fanfare behind this, in my opinion. I think it still doesn't make sense they didn't announce this at their own show.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess they was focused more on, I don't know, because the Ubisoft 4 was already 2 hours. They could have carved out 5 minutes to talk about this game.
You know, a little less Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm with you.
Next up, we go back to old school racing with NeoSprint. Love the new one.
Right. I say.
I like the track though, because
Yeah. That's crazy. Shout out to Atari, man.
Yeah, for real, man. They've done a good job with this reiteration of Atari has done a really good job of taking their IP. We talk about IP management and really doing a good job of updating them, but also having them retain that classic feel that so many people like me are looking for when you play an Atari game.
Agreed. They got Crazy Taxi, right?
No, that's Sega.
Oh damn. Well, still, I had an Atari, or I was hand me down an Atari. Some of the best gaming of my life.
Exactly.
I love it.
I have a Atari museum on my DS that I have, so I pull up some games every now and again. I remember being a wee little lad playing with my parents before my sister came to being.
Like all you loved away from you.
She might have been there, but I really don't remember her. So like if she was a baby, she wasn't born yet. So yeah. Okay.
She wasn't with you shooting in the gym. That's all that matters.
No, she wasn't. No, she wasn't. Last but not least, we have Graven.
Don't forget your staff, priest. It's the only thing that will keep you alive.
I just think this game would be better if it was remade. Okay.
All right, yeah, that wasn't bad. Not what I was expecting though.
Right.
I mean, it did say 90s aesthetics, but I didn't expect that sort of look. I was expecting more 90s style and gameplay, not so much the pixelation. Again, that's not a bad thing. It just wasn't what I necessarily was expecting.
Yeah, I agree. Because I'm looking at the game, I'm like, I like everything I'm seeing, but why does it look like it's a remake of a remake of a remake in HD? Yeah. Like, but okay, that was what they was going for. I'm not mad at that.
No. Like I said, it's like a boomer shooter with a little bit extra, and like a lot of people like that. I am glad that we are, and I think the games like this, and again, I have no knowledge this Cosplay is clearly not pushing the boundaries of graphical prowess of your PC or whatever platform is on.
Right.
But the fact that so many companies can just make games like this and an audience for them, I'm really loving that.
Me too.
So, well, that's it for our games for the week. Brian, you said you were recording a new podcast. What's up with that?
It's coming soon. I just felt the need to put some things down. So, working on that. It'll be the first officially first episode to premiere on YouTube at the same time as
nice.
It hits the streaming platforms. I've figured out a way to get my RS feed to shoot it over to YouTube as well. So
nice.
Yeah. Are you doing that?
Yeah, but I'm not that fancy. I tend to upload the video to YouTube and then I haven't done it to Spotify for podcast yet because they switched everything over and now they give me issues with the last episode I did. So I just haven't changed that from video to audio.
Okay.
Issue, but no, I usually do it manually. I'm not that fancy.
Okay, yeah. Well, look
But I
at
try
you.
to do a day and date as YouTube.
Okay, yeah. Well, look into it. I think you might. Well, we'll talk about it. Either way, that's what's going on with me. Yeah, games, music, a lot of music. Well, not a lot, but like good music that I've been really enjoying. I got some more music coming out tonight. I might wait to put this episode out just so I can add. But yeah, there's that. And then obviously television is on fire right now. I guess as of today, we are at episode 2. So by the time I put the podcast out, we'll probably be in episode 3 of House of the Dragons.
Mm.
Really, first 2 episodes been good. I'm really interested to see where episode 3 is going, especially after how episode 2 ended. And that Batman Cape Crusader
It looked great.
yeah, coming to Amazon Prime. I just got a lot of stuff to talk about. So episode coming soon, now available on YouTube. Just type in this little app name. Y'all know how to app my name, right? Just type in this and then it'll take you over there. What about you? What do you have coming?
I just dropped an episode of Ren's Playtime Corner, or not Ren's Playtime Corner with Ren, where we talk about all these internet dating shows and popping the balloon and
Hilarious.
the hilarious, the trash, the
We need it because where's Flavor of Love? And where's Rock of Love?
We
And
talk
I
about
love
that.
New York, like bring it back.
Right. Yeah, I'd rather have that than what we got. At least we know that.
Right.
We know that's for sure. But we
At least
talk
they
about
doing
that,
stuff.
a bunch of other stuff that comes up now. But that episode is out now, and that'll probably be it for this week. A lot going on. I'm going up to see TNA wrestling this weekend, celebrate my birthday. So there'll probably be some stuff from that coming in the next week or so. If I get some good video, and just it's a lot going. A lot of interviews scheduled for the next 2 weeks. So you're going to see a lot more coming lately. I know it's been kind of slow the past 2 weeks, but there's been a lot. It's been a lot going on. And then BlerdCon's coming up in about 2 weeks or so. So it's going to be a lot. So
yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. So that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. You know where you are, Nerds of the World, NRW Checkpoint. Make sure you follow the NRW on Twitter at the NRW, on Instagram at New Release Wednesday, and of course, you're currently on YouTube. Make sure you like, you share, and you subscribe.